If you're a pre-med student in your freshman year, here is some advice. Run. Obviously, don't, I'm joking. But seriously, I think if you are a freshman and you're a pre-med student, there are some things that, you need to understand and before you go into this journey, right? It's difficult, it is long, but let me just put it up front. It is totally worth it, right? Seeing that currently I'm literally at the end of my journey and looking back to when I was a freshman in college, oh my goodness, my mindset was completely different, right? The way I look at life now, the way I think about things completely changed. And honestly, I'm glad I made it, but I can't deny the fact that there were some things I wish I had known when I was a freshman that I'm able to realize now, and that I give this advice now to freshmen, but I wish someone had given me this advice because it would have made my journey so much easier, right? First things first is that, like I said, this journey is long, but completely worth it in the end. That's the first thing I would say. Secondly, I would say you should never be blinded by what others are doing. As a pre-med student in your freshman year, you're gonna think, oh, we're all college students trying to get an education, trying to get a job. We're all around the same age, 17, 18 years old. We're all the same. You're not the same though, right? If this person can go out and have a good time somewhere, and this person can go on a trip somewhere, or this person can just relax and chill and do intramurals somewhere, you can't necessarily do all those things, right? I mean, technically you can, but in moderation, right? In moderation. But the point I'm trying to make is don't compare yourself to other people. You guys are living two completely different lives. And I know generally that speaks for everybody really, but as a pre-med major, right, especially as a freshman, you might not get the same level of freedom that all the other freshman kids do, because it really depends on your major, really. It depends on your major and your dedication to taking yourself to the next level, right? I used to think when I was a freshman, I was like, oh, all the freshman kids are doing this, all the freshman students are doing this, all the freshmen do this, it's a freshman thing, right? I should be doing it. But I realized these freshman kids, these freshman students that are doing all this extra stuff, they don't live the same life as I do. They're not in the same major as me. My major tend to be more difficult than some other majors, right? So you can't compare yourself to what other freshman kids are doing, and that's one of the number one reasons I feel like a lot of freshmen bump out of the medical route, right? A lot of freshmen bump out of the pre-med major because of that mindset. They think that they can compare themselves to other freshmen and just do what the freshmen are typically doing. Meanwhile, they have a different set of expectations, right? So that'll be my first advice. The next advice is understand the scope of the classes that you're taking. And when I say scope, I don't mean what the classes are actually teaching you, but how these classes weigh in on your ability to make it to the next level. When you start off, you don't just look at freshman bio as, oh, this is just a basic bio course that all freshmen have to take. But no. I get it. Most freshmen have to take a bio course, but you are a freshman that's taking this bio course that for a certain grade that's going to help determine whether or not you can get accepted to medical school. Your chemistry course, other freshmen take chemistry all the time, but you're taking it to get a specific grade to get yourself to the next level. I know there's a saying that goes, C's get degrees, and don't get me wrong, C's get degrees. They do. You can get a C and still get a degree, but it doesn't necessarily take you to the next level. While most freshmen just need to get the degree, you need the degree, and you also need the ability to take yourself to the next level. You need that extra pass. So for you, a bunch of C's in all your pre-med courses will not get you the degree. Well, will get you the degree, but not the degree of satisfaction that you would receive when getting into medical school. I'll say that again. C's will get you the degree, but not the degree of satisfaction that you'll get when getting accepted into medical school. So for you, you can't look at it the same. Your freshman year is so important, and it's so difficult because, once again, I mentioned in another video, you are a 17-year-old, 18-year-old student, first time away from home, living on your own. You feel like you're a big man, you're a big girl, right? Big man, big woman. Let me keep it gender equal. But you think you're the big shot on campus because you're on your own. You're making all these decisions by yourself. No parents to guide you. Well, you're not, okay? You are not that big shot on campus yet because you're just in the very beginning. You're not where you want to be, right? And so what I would say is you come into that mindset where, yes, you may be free. Yes, you can make all the decisions. You tell yourself when you come back home. You tell yourself what you eat, when you go to sleep. You tell yourself when and where to be whenever you want to, right? But you also need to tell yourself when to study, when to be at this area, where to be at what time to get yourself the proper exposure, the proper time to study and focus to get yourself to the next level. Most pre-med students, and I'm telling you right now, most pre-med students fail out of this whole pre-med route their freshman year. If you make it to your junior year as a pre-med student, chances are you're pushing, you're going all the way. You're trying to get to the next level and you're committed to the next level. But if I would say, I don't know the exact numbers, but if I had to make it up based off like the conversations I've had, let's say 1,000 pre-med students come into the college saying they want to be a pre-med major. I would say about half of them are cut instantly that first year of college, about half cut. Then sophomore year, another half from there. And then going into your junior years, another half from there. It just keeps dwindling down. And then senior year, you'll have some pre-med majors graduate, but still won't even make it to the next level. Your freshman year is that big chop. So everyone talks about the big chop, right? That's what it's not. We're not talking about here. We're talking about the big chop in students who are pre-med majors trying to get into medical school. Your freshman year wipes people off. And to be honest, sometimes people will even say freshman year may even be the most challenging year, not because you're taking the most challenging courses, but because it's one of the most challenging times. You just fresh out of high school, you're finally on your own in college, and you're expected to take these courses and maintain a balance with your social life, personal life, as well as your academic life here. It's very difficult, right? Not a lot of people can do that or can separate the two. And so if you can succeed really well your freshman year, you have a significantly high chance of getting accepted and going all the way to medical school, or whatever healthcare professional school that you're trying to get into. Because pre-med is more than just medical school. But the point I'm trying to make overall with this video is freshman year is way more important than we really think of it. You know, like I said, the bulk of your pre-med courses, the core courses that you need to get into medical school, you pretty much take them your freshman year. So I would say if you can get a 4.0 your freshman year, ace your science courses your freshman year, you have a really strong chance of getting into medical school. A very, very strong chance. More than if you got a 4.0 your senior year, for sure. More than if you got a 4.0 your junior year. Because at the end of the day, when you do really well your freshman year, right, and those tend to be the easier science courses. It's just hard in terms of, you know, social balance, but those tend to be the easier science courses. If you do really well your freshman year, you create a little buffer for you to maybe make a mistake your sophomore year during your harder courses, right? Because most people will tell you that organic chemistry is far harder than chemistry. Most people will tell you that physics is far harder than biology, right? And those courses, physics and organic chemistry, you take those, you know, sophomore year, maybe junior year, you take those later down the line. However, the easier courses, freshman year, the easier courses that you take in freshman year, you need to really do your best on those courses, because I'd rather you ace all of freshman year courses. And then, you know, if you take organic chemistry, you get like an A-, you get a B+. Even if you get a B, because you set the bar so high your freshman year, you have some leeway. You have a buffer to do worse in those more advanced level courses, but still compensated by the chemistry. Because with a grade itself, when it comes to calculating your GPA, it's weighted the same. You know, it's pretty much weighted the same. I mean, obviously it might be a little bit different, but for the most part, an A is an A B is a B, etc. So, just heavy emphasis on acing those courses during your freshman year, okay? So let's see, if there's anything else that I wanted to say about this video. No, I think pretty much that's about it. So, yeah, I think I'll just end the video right there. Sorry, I really should be writing all this stuff down, but I'm not really too privy at doing so. Yeah, freshman year is the most important course. Anyways, any questions, comments, or concerns, please just drop those down below. Happy to answer it like always. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the channel so far. Any questions regarding like videos that I can do moving forward, please let me know. At this point, I'm really just talking freely in most of these videos. I'm just trying to, you know, spread whatever knowledge or expertise I have in these different areas of conversation. Most of the videos I do actually come from someone else asking me it, and it tends to happen that a lot of people ask the same question. So rather than me, you know, answering 50, 100 people all the time through my Instagram DMs, I'd rather just create a video. So someone asks me a question, I say, hey, I made a video about this. You should go ahead and watch it and go from there. But anyways, you guys take care. Remember, freshman year, very important. You'll be great.